And look at that, you're not even cursed anymore. Oh, that's such good news. Yeah, I just realized that you've never been in the back of the shop before. You've only ever been in the front of the shop. You know, the shop front, where the front of the shop is, at the front of the shop where the shop front is. That shop front. Yeah, but there's a whole back area, and it's right here. I'm glad that you like it. So, you actually caught me in a sort of an interesting time. I was sort of filling out orders for all these different clients. And I thought to myself, well, that's really boring and I don't want to do that for at least another 1,000 years, so why don't I just do a new project instead of finishing the old project that I haven't done in like 12 million years? You know, how one does. And so, well, actually, you could be a big help for me if you really, really wanted to be. You know, 'cause, I was gonna just do one for me, but perhaps you could agree to be like a guinea pig. Oh, good. So, now we know that you're good for more than 2 things. 1, showing up and having been dead 1,000,000 times before. 2, needing my help. And now 3, helping me with things I need. So that's pretty great of you. So, well, you probably want to know what it is that I'm starting. And what I've started is a tea leaf reading sort of business. I thought I'd do crystal ball and tarot and other stuff, and so I thought that tea leaf reading was pretty up my alley. What do you think? Oh, good. So, we could get started if you want to help me out right away. Yeah. So, I have this cup for me, and we have this cup for you. And then we have this pretty cool box that I like to fill with sharp things. Sharp and deadly things. Deadly things to harm people named Brenda. Or... no, this is just a tea box, but I guess that's what we wanted in the first place. I like to keep a nice, fragrant Earl Grey black tea in this little box. And so we open it, and here we are. It smells so good. You want to whiff? Lovely. Okay. We have this very, very lovely tea box. We're gonna open it, and we're gonna take a pinch, maybe a pinch and a half for me, and a pinch and a half for you. And that's all we need out of the little tea box. So what I'm gonna need from you is, like, what do you want? You know? Because there's gotta be like a question we're answering, or something specific. If we want to see, what's gonna happen, I know what my question's gonna be. My question's gonna be about Brenda. And when she's finally gonna perish. I'm pretty sure it's been about 7 or 1200 years since I last saw you. I can't even imagine how many mortal lives you've gone through until now, but I feel like you should probably get that sorted out. Like me, I've gotten immortality sorted out, but you need to get it sorted out like it's kind of a problem. An immortality potion? From me? It sure is an interesting idea. Ironically, out of all the time that the universe has existed, I've never really thought about making one. I kind of just figured it was a you problem. Yeah. Well, I'll think about that. But for today, no. We're gonna do something else, and I like to stick to a very rigid schedule. Not really. I really have to get all of those orders filled out. So many potions. I just had a wonderful thought. I could just wait until they die and then they won't need the potion anymore. Oh, that would be the ultimate reward for procrastination. Just wait it out. Just wait it out. Anyway, so, do you think you know what sort of thing you want us to ask? The ultimate tea leaf witchcraft sort of. I'm not really sure. You want to know when your life is gonna change significantly. Okay, that's maybe specific enough to work. Okay, so we're gonna have to pour the hot water, and then I want you to think very deeply about what you want. And pour the water. And then for me, very, very good. And we want to let them steep. Just let them get nice and dark. And just let them exist. Because that's okay. It's okay to just wait. To just give it some time. And let the tea leaves expand. Let them fulfill their purpose. You know? All we have to do is gently focus on what we want to learn from the tea leaves. And if we just focus gently as the tea leaves unfold and let them take their form. And it's okay. It's okay to let things work. Patiently, gently, softly. It's okay to sit in the moment and just breathe. To just breathe. Just breathe. And to not let any thoughts distract us. Let nothing distract us. Let nothing distract us. And now we just wait for it to cool down. And during that time, we're supposed to reflect on our intentions. Reflect on our intentions. So you think about the reasons why you want your life to significantly change, and I'll think dark thoughts about Brenda specifically. Are you reflecting intentionally? I'm reflecting intentionally. So, what sort of things besides dying over and over and starting new lives and then dying and starting a new life have you been up to since I last saw you? Great. That didn't take long. Mortal lives are very, very, very short. So that definitely was not as much time as I thought it would take. So I could just tell you about what I've been up to in the last 7 to 1200 years. Well, basically, last time I saw you, I had to uncurse you, which was pretty new for me because usually I'm the one cursing people. But, for you, I made a special exception, because I like you and everything. You're a good bean. And so, after that, I don't know, I just sort of walked away and a bunch of time passed for a while and... yeah. Someone stole a bunch of potions from this other item shop that I supply sometimes. And then... what else has happened since then? I sat down. I decided I was going to get some work done. I decided I was going to fill out these orders and make potions. And finally get through the list. And then 1200 years passed, and you walked in. And that's pretty much how it goes here. It's amazing I'm still in business, actually. How am I still in business? Oh, right. Tax fraud. So I guess our tea is definitely cool enough to sip now. And so we sip. And while we sip, we want to channel our energy. Channel our energy. Channel our energy. And so we sip and basically just think of all the emotions and and feelings about why you want your life to significantly change, and just sort of pretend you're aiming it at the cup with lasers that come out of your eyes. And while you do that, sip. Tastes pretty good, actually. What do you think about yours? I'll pretend to not take offense at that. And so, we channel our energy. Channel our energy. Channel our energy. And as you sip your cup, remember to not drink every last little drop. We need to leave a little bit in the cup to help the leaves move around a little easier. But until then, we just keep on sip, 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 to sort of channeling our negative or positive energy. And this is sort of the most relaxing part of the whole thing, where we just get to sort of chat and reflect. Don't forget to reflect intently on your intent. Intensely and intentively. Anyway, I wish that I had sugar, but I ate all my sugar 1100 years ago. That was a good bag of sugar. Just poured my hands. Just shoved my hands in there and poured it into my mouth. Amazing. Life-changing, really. And just remember, don't drink the very last drop, because we need there to be a little bit left to help stir the leaves, you know? Yeah, I know. It is rather relaxing. But I'll let you in on a little secret, no more cursing. It keeps tapping my glasses, and they would be fogging up as well, but I have a special spell that prevents them from fogging up. Yeah. Okay, well, now we're gonna do a thing. Good. We've both finished our tea and left a little bit of liquid in the bottom. And so, with our left hand, we're going to swirl it from left to right. 1, 2, 3. And I'll do yours for you. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to invert them. Like so. And I'll take yours. And there you go. And we're going to point the handle towards ourselves. There you go. And we're going to turn the cups going around. 1, 2, 3. And I'll do yours. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Then we're going to very gently put the cups right back side up, and then we can do the reading. There we go. And then I'll take yours. There you go. And so what we're going to do is take a look at the shapes. The handle represents you. And so things that are closer to you are going to be things more internal. The farther away they are from you, the more they are external. The rim represents the present, the sides represent the near future, and the very bottom represents the far future. Okay, let's begin. I'll look through my cup first. Okay, so my intention was, when will my enemy Brenda suffer? So we can see that we have, well, I think that looks very much like a rabbit. Don't you? Yeah. 2 little bunny ears and everything else. And that seems to be in the far future. And then there's the letter Y, maybe, sort of creeping up the side, or maybe a branch of some kind, maybe a wishbone. And then far away from me, it sort of looks like, it looks to me like a woman with a big dress dumping things out. Do you see that? Or perhaps a mermaid. Maybe a mermaid. So, let's see. So a rabbit in the bottom of the cup means that my success is very far away. So that's pretty disappointing if you ask me. The mermaid at the very far end of the cup, as far away from me as possible, could represent femininity in a woman, an external force. So that's Brenda. And then for the why, I guess I'm just gonna say, why do I suffer? So that's what we have for me. Let's move on to your teacup and see when your life will change. So, immediately close to you, I see some sort of, well, a big clump right inside of you. It looks like almost like an arrow. You see? A triangle pointing towards yourself. That implies to me that the changes in your life will stem from inside of you. And so if there are things not working in your life, it is time for the work on yourself to find the happiness that you crave. What are things that we can sort of work on and understand about ourselves that would make it easier on us? So that's the first thing I see. Let's see what else. On the far end, when it comes to external forces, I see a man, or at least a person walking, you see, walking to the left. I think that could imply that there is a person having some sort of external pressure on your life that in the near future will have to be dealt with in some way. And on the bottom, let's see. The very bottom, I see a heart. Do you see? Right there. I think that signifies that in your far future you will find love and happiness. But do not fret, because the far future within a teacup does not necessarily mean years and years. It just means not the very, very near future. So do not give up hope and complete the tasks before you. We've reached the end of our reading. Well, okay, so how do you feel about that? Very understandable. So, do you think that I did a pretty good job? I'll pretend to not take offense to that either. I just feel like there could be a little bit more passion in your answer. Well, I suppose that I did a pretty good job. For my first time ever doing it, I can immediately start providing this service for people now. I mean, who needs practice when you could be, running a shop and hurting people and cursing people and occasionally doing a friendly divination? There's lots that can be done in this sort of scenario. I'll begin ripping people off, helping people immediately. So, have you happened to see a sort of, moral inspector / health inspector / some sort of weird witch cop named Brenda? Because she's been sort of trying to shut me down for a very long time. And every time I kill her, she just sort of reincarnates. Who does she think she is? You? You're not Brenda in disguise, are you? Because that would break my whole heart. No, I don't think you're Brenda. I feel like I would know. I feel like I could feel the hatred in my heart attaching itself to another living one day I'll defeat Brenda for good. And all will be well in the world of Ophelia. Anyway, it's time for me to think of a plot-related reason for you to get the hell out of my shop, so... bye. Go on. Oh, a hug first. Of course, come here. It's very good to see you. I hope I get to have a visit from you again before you die. Mortals. What are you gonna do with them? Okay,